About 1,500 educators came from the various districts to attend the launch of a campaign of the Belize National Teachers Union at the Mount Carmel High School auditorium. This campaign carries the theme Stand Up for Belize and is geared at educating the teachers on the Belize-Guatemala issue and the progress that negotiators have made thus far and the way forward. At this morning's event, which began just after 9 o'clock, it had two key presentations by Belize's Foreign Minister, Wilfred Sedley Elrington, and former Foreign Affairs Minister, Assad Schumann. Schumann carried out his presentation first, which was accompanied by music and images. Schumann was quite candid in his address and made no qualms at saying that the Guatemalans are serial killer of agreements.
Colonel Manuel Cano Madrazo, the Guatemalan boundary commissioner who signed the map of 13th of May 1861, saying the line on it, drawn in red, below the Sarsoon Island, was correct. That map is attached to the 1859 treaty at the National Archives in London, and Guatemalan governments have respected that line since then. The British have published maps many times, right through the 1970s, with that line under the island, and the Guatemalan government has never protested against that. Now, quite recently, they have begun to state that the whole river is theirs and that they will assert sovereignty over it. And now they have the gall to say protocols exist that don't exist, that their new version of reality is the status quo. Like the Israelis do in Palestine, they are trying to establish facts on the ground, as they call it. Facts on the ground by force, expecting that these so-called facts will be internationally recognized after a time. Those are not friendly acts. And if I were the foreign minister, I would sing to Carlos Raul. When I was down, you just stood there grinning. And that's a picture of Carlos Raul grinning away. Grinning and changing the facts. Inventing history. I have called Guatemalan governments before serial killers of agreements. Now I say they are chronic distorters of history. Obviously, we can't let them get away with that. And they won't if we're smart and if we unite.
Schumann also took a few jabs at the government of Belize, making reference to a presentation by Elrington in the National Assembly on the issue of Belize-Guatemala differendum being a non-partisan matter.
Yes, it is true. It is true, as my good friend the Foreign Minister said during the budget debate, that over the years there have been many proposals by the Guatemalans, the British, and the USA to pressure us to change that boundary. But then he also said, and I quote, "We in this party," meaning UDP, "had never done anything to put this country in jeopardy, but we can't say the same for the other side." End of quote. And that, or rather the implication of that, is not so true. And he made that statement after just having said, quote, "This issue is too important to make it a political football," end of quote. So what game was he playing? Ping pong? The truth is that Belize has never agreed to bend to that triple-headed pressure, Guatemala, US, and Britain. George Price said, "Not 1 square centimeter," and so far we have stuck to that, without fail, both parties, and we must continue to do so.
The presentations concluded just after 1 o'clock this afternoon, and according to BNTU's President Luke Palacio, despite the fact that not all teachers attended, he was satisfied with the outcome and the presentations.
Well, we are very much satisfied with our turnout. Again, like we said, the ministry had granted us the time off for today. For those who decided not to come, it's entirely up to them. That is their decision. We would have hoped, though, that they would have made use of this opportunity because, as you all would have observed, it has been a very educational and informative session. And that is the intention of the Belize National Teachers Union as we launch this Stand Up for Belize campaign, because this matter is of national importance, and I think our presenters have underscored that. Our members present here, those who have asked the questions, who have raised concern, also have indicated the importance of such an activity. And again, like we've rightly said, it is the launch. We are hoping that within the next 2 weeks or so, we will be engaged in some other activity that will foster this Stand Up for Belize campaign.
Love News spoke with two teachers who attended today's forum, and they gave their impression of today's launch.
It met our expectation. We came to get some information so everybody could be apprised of what it is in terms of the background, historical perspective in the Guatemalan issue. And we got that. We also got the perspective from the opposition and the government. And what it seems is that everybody is saying yes so far. That is representative of the whole population, opposition and government, you know. But as teachers, or as a teacher myself, I can speak for myself, you know. Yes, not because everybody says yes, I have said yes. We started this as a campaign where we'll get information, and it's just the beginning. So we need to get more, and then we'll make a strong decision. Because as teachers, we are responsible for the young people to pass on this knowledge to them. So we want to make a good judgment. And it's best we allow this process to run completely, and then we make a decision as to where we stand.
As Palacio mentioned, today's event is the first in a series of events that will be held with the objective of educating the teachers.